Yes. Okay. So today chapter live stream link already link will it's already live. So if you open the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you open to the YouTube channel, you will get you'll see the live classes. Okay. So subscribe to the channel. Okay. So chapter name is Transcendental Yoga. Okay. What is the meaning of transcendental? Anyone? Prabhuji, start class with the question. Sometimes. Yes. Yoga meaning you already know that what is the meaning of yoga. Transcendental. Okay. What is the meaning of transcendental? Answers are coming. Yes. Sarya Mataji is saying beyond this world. Srijay, ultimate. Okay. Any other answers? Quickly. Beyond this existential world. Transcendental type of yoga. Permanent world. Transcendental type of yoga. The transcendental yoga. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, you are not audible. Yes, my voice is not audible. Praveen Prabhuji is saying spiritual. Sneha Mataji is saying eternal. Okay.
Audible, Prabhuji, clear.
Audible, no, Mataji? Clearly audible or any problem is there? Should I speak loudly?
No, it's clear.
Okay. So Sarya Mata is saying beyond human understanding. So let's try to understand today's chapter. Okay. So we're starting fourth chapter, Transcendental Yoga. Okay. So let's start with Guru Prana Mantra. Om Agyana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manoabhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadavaitam Savadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitam Cha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyat Deshitarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the teachings is based on the teachings of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He is founder HR of ISKCON. We pay our humble obeisances unto His lotus feet so that His teachings of Bhagavad Gita we can apply in our life. So let's summarize what we have learned till now. Chapter 1. Okay, quickly we'll summarize. Observing the army were the three people we have understood: Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, and Arjuna. Mood, we have learned that ultimate faith. If you have faith in Krishna, we'll be able to understand. If you won't have faith, nothing. Okay, nothing will be able to understand. Faith is important. Then 5 reasons for Arjuna for not fighting: compassion, loss of enjoyment, fear of sinful reaction, destruction of family tradition, indecision. Okay, 5 reasons. Chapter number 2, mnemonic Gita. G for Guru, 3 phases of realization of Guru and what is the importance. We should surrender to Guru. That we have learned in first part. Second part, identity, 2 identity. Real identity and identity crisis. Real identity, we are the soul, we are a soul. Identity crisis, we are this body. 2 dharma. Swadharma related to the body. The karma, the dharma related to the body. Nitya dharma or eternal dharma related to the soul. Atmaram, the person who is self-situated, who know what is his real nature. How does the person react? What is the symptom of those person? That we have read. Third chapter. Mnemonic was tree. Okay. So first was action or renunciation. So Arjuna is asking which one is better for realization. Action is better or renunciation is better? Krishna answers, action is better. Renunciation is very difficult. He was giving example of mithyachari, or a pretender who is trying to artificially control the senses, but his mind is not in control. That person is a mithyachari. And we have read the example of Bharat Maharaj. Okay. Then we have learned about the action, that we should be doing action. Okay. But how the action should be done, that is also described. Action should be done as a sacrifice for Vishnu. That action will cause liberation. If we are not doing action for Vishnu, if we are doing it for ourselves, that action will cause bondage. Okay. So that we have learned in the action or renunciation part. Then second part was yoga ladder. So we have learned about the different types of yoga. So the most basic yoga is the karma yoga, where a person does action without with renunciating the fruits of action. That is called the action. The yoga in action means karma yoga. Okay. After that is the dhyana yoga, the Gyan yoga, where the person is trying to understand Lord, okay, by different Vedic literature. Then next was the Dhyana yoga, where person meditates on the Supreme Person, which is inside the Paramatma form. Then at last is the Bhakti yoga. In Bhakti yoga, persons try to do loving devotional service to the Lord. Okay, so we have learned that all the different yoga are like a ladder, one step at one time, okay. And Bhakti yoga is like elevator, directly we are going to elevator, okay, upside. So that was the different yoga we have learned. Then at third, we have learned about the excellent example of self-realized soul. We have learned that all of us are like leader for someone. Okay, so we should be very careful while we execute our duty, because someone is observing, observing our nature. Okay, so parents should be especially very careful, elder sister, elder brothers, okay, or the teachers should be especially qualified. They should have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so that other students naturally they will learn the Bhagavad Gita teachings from the teacher. Okay, so the teacher should be well versed, well qualified, and internalize, the person who has internalized the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, those persons should be a teacher, like that. So we have learned that thing in the third part. The last part, we have learned about the enemy of the soul. We have learned that there is a enemy of the soul. The greatest enemy of soul is the lust. Okay, we have learned about the 3 degrees of lust. First degree, the fire covered by the smoke. Okay, example was human. Then mirror covered by the dust. Example was the beast or animals. Okay, the third was the embryo covered by the womb. Example was the tree. Okay, so those things we have learned. And how to control the lust? To control the lust, the formula given by Krishna: control it and early only, the starting only. Okay, in the starting portion only you control by controlling the senses. Okay, so that was the answer given by Krishna to control the enemy of the soul. Okay, so that was the chapter number 3 we have learned. Now we are coming to chapter number 4. Very nice chapter. Okay, so let's see what are concepts are there for us in this chapter. Transcendental Yoga, chapter name. So we are going to see past. Okay, the mnemonic is past, P-A-S-T, past. So first we are going to see position of Krishna. What is the position of Krishna? What is the position of Jiva and what is the position of Krishna? Those things we are going to learn in the first part. So previous classes, one person has asked what is the difference between the soul and the super soul. So the thing we'll be discussing in this portion. Then applying the transcendental knowledge. So many myths are there. Many myths are there in the society. So few myths we will be exploring through applying the transcendental knowledge. Second part. Third, sacrifices leading to transcendental knowledge. So sacrifice part we have already discussed in the 3rd chapter. So we are not going to discuss more in today's chapter. And the last portion is process of transcendental knowledge. Okay, so many things we have learned about the transcendental knowledge. So many things we have learned about the Bhagavad Gita. But how to gain that knowledge? What is the process of gaining the transcendental knowledge? Okay, so we'll be learning how we can gain the transcendental knowledge, the process of gaining the transcendental knowledge in the last part. That is called process of transcendental knowledge. Okay, very nice chapter today. So let's move. Position of Krishna. So let's see what is the position of Krishna, the first part. Okay. So before that, the word transcendental, I asked you what is the meaning of transcendental. So what is the transcendental? Divya or divine. The meaning is Divya, divine. So belonging to the divine nature, which is different from the material nature. Okay, the material nature is there, and beyond that material nature is a divine nature, and that divine nature is called transcendental. Transcendental nature means spiritual divine nature. Just replace the word transcendental with spiritual. Transcendental nature means spiritual divine nature. Transcendental food means spiritual food, prasadam, spiritual food, prasadam. Transcendental work means spiritual service, devotional service is called transcendental work or spiritual service. Krishna or pastime of Krishna, that is transcendental sound vibration. So anything connected to Krishna, you see, the meaning is everything or anything connected to Krishna becomes transcendental or spiritual. Anything which is connected to Krishna, anything which is spiritual, transcendental. So we see only material things here. Material things here, like anything we see, like food. We see material food. Okay, how we can make that food transcendental? How we can make that food transcendental? Answer is connected to Krishna. Okay, so you see here the process is everything connected to Krishna become transcendental spiritual. Very important concept. Connected to Krishna. Okay. Like prasadam, Krishna prasadam, transcendental. Any work you are doing, okay, do it for sacrifice for Krishna. Okay. Give the results to Krishna. That work become transcendental. Okay. Anything is there. You attach to Krishna. Include that to Krishna. Connect that to Krishna, and that thing will become transcendental. Okay. So that is the thing. Anything which is connected to Krishna become transcendental. Okay. So let's see about the position of Krishna, origin of Bhagavad Gita. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Imam Vivashvate Yogam Proktavanaham Avyayam Vivashvan Manave Praha Manur Ikshvake Abravit. The personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to sun god Vivashvan, and Vivashvan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu in turn instructed it to Ikshvaku. Okay. So you see, this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita was not spoken to Krishna, not spoken to Arjuna first time. It was given to some person earlier. Okay. Who was that person? Imam Vivashvate Yogam, sun god Vivashvan. Okay. So it was given first to the sun god Vivashvan. And then Vivashvan gave it to Manu, the son, his son. Okay. So Vivashvan's son was a son's son. You see, son's son, sun god's son, Vivashvan. Sun god name was Vivashvan, and sun god given it to his son, that is called Manu. Okay. And Manu given it to Ikshvaku. Okay. So like that. You see, connected. Okay. This was not given first time. So Bhagavad Gita was spoken 120 million years ago to Vivashvan. Many millions years ago. Okay. Not the first time it was spoken to Arjuna. But why it was repeated then? If it was not first time spoken, then why it was repeated? So, evam parampara praptam, evam rajashayo vidhu, shakalaneha mahata, yogo nashta parantapa, evam parampara praptam. So this knowledge is received in parampara. What is the meaning of parampara? You see, Krishna is there. Krishna is giving this knowledge to sun god Vivashvan. Vivashvan is giving knowledge to Manu, and Manu is giving knowledge to Ikshvaku. And in this way, they are giving knowledge to his disciple. Means one guru is giving the knowledge to disciple. That disciple is giving knowledge to his disciple. His disciple is giving knowledge to his disciple. And in this way, they are making a chain. They are making a parampara. They are making a succession. They are making a disciplic succession. Okay. So chain of disciplic succession is being made through this. Okay. By giving knowledge to the disciples, like that. So chain is being made. But what happened? So let's see this. Evam parampara praptam emam rajashayo viduhu shakalaneha mahata yogo nashta parantapa. Important sloka there. So first important thing is parampara praptam. This knowledge is being received in parampara. Which parampara? This supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession. That is called the parampara, chain of disciplic succession. Second word important is Rajashayo Viduhu. Okay, it was given to the Raja who are like Rishi, Raj Rishi, who are very saintly like a Rishi. Okay, so and the saintly king, the second important word is saintly king understood it in this way. So first it was given to in a parampara. It was maintained in a parampara, and it was mainly given to the Raja Rishi. The kings were like a Rishi. Okay, such a saintly kings. Okay. Sakala neha mahata yogo nashta parantapa. But this yoga become nashta. How? But in the course of time, that succession was broken, and therefore the science as it appears to be lost. So succession was broken. Okay. The disciplic succession was broken, and then knowledge disappeared. Third important point is this knowledge appears to be lost. This knowledge can be lost. What are the three important points? First is this knowledge is received in chain of disciplic succession. Second, it was given to the saintly king. And third, appears to be lost if it is the chain of disciplic succession is broken. That means one thing, okay, that we see many Bhagavad Gita in the market. Many Bhagavad Gita, if you search on the market, you will find that many Bhagavad Gitas are there, many editions of Bhagavad Gita are there. But all of them are not authoritative. Why? Because that knowledge is not coming in parampara. And if the chain is broken, if any person is there who has not received that knowledge from a guru, who has not received the knowledge, who has not learned this knowledge from a guru, and he's trying to teach to other person, that is called the succession is broken. Because there should be, if a person is a guru, he must have one guru. Okay. Otherwise, that knowledge is not authoritative. Okay. So that is the thing. That is the thing. So this knowledge can be used for misguiding others also. This knowledge can be used for giving wrong knowledge also, wrong teachings also. Okay. And that is called the science appears to be lost. Okay. If we are receiving the knowledge from a non-authoritative person, that knowledge is just like a lost knowledge. Okay. Nothing. Okay, so that is the thing. So it is very important to receive this knowledge in a parampara, in a chain of disciplic succession. So where is the chain of disciplic succession? Okay, so before that, my question, why this knowledge is being given to the kings mainly? Yes. Before that, my question. Why this knowledge is being given to the mainly to the kings? Yes. Answers, please. Administration, one answer. Should be worth for that. People follow the king. Yes, nice answer. Correct answer. People follow the king. Yes. King can implement in their kingdom. People follow the king. Kings are the leader. And people, the common people, they will follow the king. Jaisi Raja Vaisi Praja. One has written very nicely. Okay. So people follow the king. So it was given to the king. And when king follow, the people will follow. Okay. So that was the thing. So you understood this point. You have understood this point. Okay. Chain of disciplic succession. So if this knowledge should be received in chain of disciplic succession, where is the chain of disciplic succession? So let's discuss the chain of disciplic succession. Okay. So this knowledge, Lord has given this knowledge to the Lord has established 4 disciplic succession. 4 disciplic succession are there. Okay. You see, Lord has given this knowledge to Lord Brahma. And from Brahma, in the disciplic succession wise, it was reaching to Madhvacharya. And from Madhvacharya, down to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, down to the disciple, and lastly to the Srila Prabhupada. And from Srila Prabhupada, it is coming to us. Okay. So ISKCON comes under which sampradaya or which disciplic succession? This succession name is Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also called Gauranga. Okay, his anga was like golden color, so he is called Gaurang. So the succession name is Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So ISKCON comes under this sampradaya. Second, Second Sampradaya is from Lakshmi ji. This knowledge was coming to down to the Ramanujacharya. And this Sampradaya is called Sri Sampradaya. And from Ramanujacharya to his disciple. And in that way, it is coming down to the general mass of people. So this Sampradaya is called Sri Sampradaya. Sri Sampradaya. And Ramanujacharya is the prominent Acharya of Sri Sampradaya. Then third, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva received this knowledge, and in the disciplic succession is coming to Vishnu Swami. Okay, and from Vishnu Swami to his disciple. So this Sampradaya is called Rudra Sampradaya, and Vishnu Swami is the prominent Acharya in the Rudra Sampradaya. And this knowledge was also given to the four Kumaras, Chatur Kumaras. Okay, and from the Chatur Kumaras, this knowledge came to Nimbarkacharya. Okay, so this Sampradaya is called Kumar Sampradaya. Okay, and Nimbarkacharya is the prominent Acharya of this Sampradaya. So actually there are four Sampradaya and many disciples are there. And in this way, the knowledge is coming to us. So if any person is there who has the teachings from this Sampradaya, that can be called as authentic. If any person is there who is just anything and everything interpreting from Bhagavad Gita and telling the general mass of people anything and everything, that person is a fraud. Okay, so that is the thing. Four Sampradaya. Now, why Krishna choose Arjuna? What is the special qualification in Arjuna? So let's see. So 4.3 sloka, Krishna is saying, that very ancient science of relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you, because you are my devotee as well as my friend, and can therefore understand the transcendental mystery of this science. Transcendental mystery of this science. Transcendental mystery of this science. Who can understand? My devotee, my friend. Okay, that is the qualification of Arjuna. You are my devotee, you are my friend. So I told you on the first day, what is the qualification to understand Bhagavad Gita? I have taken from here only. The thing is, the one word, what was the one word? What is the one thing which is important to understand this knowledge? Faith. Okay. Faith is important. So what is the qualification for Arjuna? What is the qualification from Arjuna? Arjuna was a devotee of Krishna, friend of Krishna. So we should be also become devotee of Krishna to understand this knowledge. This knowledge was being spoken to Arjuna, and Arjuna understood it. Why Arjuna understood it? Because he was friend, he was a devotee of Krishna. This knowledge we are also learning, we are also reading. Okay, some people will accept this knowledge, some people will understand this knowledge, others they won't be able to understand. What is the thing missing? Many people you will find that reciting, they are reciting Bhagavad Gita for their whole life, but they are not able to apply the teachings. Why? Faith. Okay, faith is not there, you won't be able to understand. Okay, so that is the thing. Arjuna understood that knowledge 45 minutes. In 45 minutes, Arjuna received this knowledge, his confusion gone. We are reading 18 days, then 1 year. After 1 year, 1 year also many people are, they are not able to understand. Okay, many people, most of the people, they are not able to understand. What is that missing thing? That missing thing is faith. Okay, if you have that faith, you can understand each and every word of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, that is the mystery in this science. Mystery, that is called mystery. This is like a mystery. Okay, faith in Krishna. So Arjuna was devotee of Krishna, friend of Krishna. See, these are the qualities required to understand Bhagavad Gita. Okay, let's move. So there is description about the 4 yugas. So we'll start from the Kali Yuga. We are in Kali Yuga now. Okay, it lasts for the age of Kali Yuga is 432,000 years. 432,000 years. Average lifespan of human is 100 years in Kali Yuga. So average lifespan is 100 years, and average duration of Kali Yuga is 432,000 years. 5,000 years have only passed. So many years of Kali Yuga is yet to come. Dwapar Yuga is just double of this Yuga. 432 into 2, 864,000 years. Okay, and average lifespan, just add 1 0 more, 1,000 years. Okay, So Dwapar Yuga was 864,000 years and average lifespan was 1,000 years. Then comes the Treta Yuga. Treta Yuga. So Treta Yuga, what is the duration? 432 into 3. 432 into 3 is equal to 1296,000 years. That is the duration of Treta Yuga. Average lifespan, just add one more zero, 10,000 years. 10,000. Okay. Then comes the Satya Yuga. 432 into 4. Okay. 1728,000 years. Average lifespan, 1 lakh years. Okay. Just add one more zero. So these are the calculations for the 4 Yuga. And you see, Bhagavad Gita came to earth about 2 million years ago. Actually came in the starting of Treta Yuga. Okay. At the starting of Treta Yuga it came, and if you see, you add these two, 12 plus 8, like 20 something. Okay, 20. So about 2 million years ago. So this is 5,000 years of Kali Yuga only. So about these two, if you are adding Treta Yuga and Dwapar Yuga, it will come around 2 million years ago. Okay, that's why Bhagavad Gita spoken around 2 million years ago to this. Came to this earth at 2 million years ago. Okay. Now, Priya Mataji asked, but Lord Krishna stayed here for 125 years. So let's see what is the answer. So Arjuna asking the same question. Arjuna asked Krishna, wait a minute, wait. Arjuna said, the sun god Vivaswan is senior by birth to you. How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed this science to him? Sun god Vivaswan is very, very senior, 120 million years ago. Okay. And you and me are contemporary. You and me have taken birth in the same age. How can I understand that you have given this knowledge to sun god Vivaswan? How can I understand? Okay, so let's see. But how did this happen, as we both were born in Dwapar Yuga? We both are contemporary. We both are, we have both are born in this Dwapar Yuga. How can I understand that you have given this knowledge to 120 million years ago to sun god Vivaswan? Let's see what Krishna tells. Krishna responds, 4.5 sloka. The personality of God had said, many, many births, both you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O subduer of enemy. So many births, you and me are like friends, okay, or like Guru and Sisya, like friends. Many, many births, both you and I have passed, but I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O subduer of enemy. Arjuna, Jiva, unable to recall what happened in his various past births. He cannot remember because he is changing the body. But Krishna can remember. Why? Because Krishna's body, Krishna's birth, Krishna's activity, everything is transcendental. Okay, let's see. So Krishna is saying, many, many births, you and me have passed, but I remember, you don't remember. Okay, but how does Krishna appear? Let's see. Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all living entity, still I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. Original transcendental form. When Krishna appears every millennium, Krishna appears every millennium in his original transcendental form, but Krishna is unborn. And my transcendental body, Krishna appears in transcendental body. Our body is material body. Krishna's body is not material body. Krishna is original body, original transcendental form. So he comes in original body, okay, never deteriorates, and it never deteriorates. Although I am the Lord of all living entity, I still appear. He is Lord. He is saying, I am Lord of every living entity. Still I appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. Yuga after yuga, I appear in my original spiritual body, okay. Original spiritual body, Satchidanand Vigraha, okay, eternal. His body is eternal. Govindam Adi Purusham, Brahma Samhita is saying, 5.1 sloka, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamham Bhajami, okay. Govindam, Krishna, Adi Purusham. Govindam means the person who is the controller of the senses or the cows. Govindam means Krishna. Adi Purusham, you are Adi Purusham, you are the most Adi. Adi means oldest, most oldest. Purusham means a person. You are the most oldest person. Brahmaji is saying, unborn. Janma Adi Asya. Your Janma is most oldest. Okay. That is the position of Krishna. When Krishna appeared in this form, 400 form. Okay. So Nand Maharaj is saying 400 form. He is praying, please come in the child form. Okay. So now Krishna is appearing in the child form. Okay. So, but when he appeared first, he appeared in the 400 form. Krishna's activity transcendental, Krishna's body transcendental. Okay. But why he appears? When does he appears? Why he appears? When does he appears? Okay. These are the questions. So Krishna is saying, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practices, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir. Whenever and wherever there is dharmasya glani, where there is decline in religious practices, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of irreligion, abhyutthanam adharmasya, at that time I descend myself. When Krishna appears in this world, when there is decline in religious practices and predominant rise of irreligion, then he appears. Okay. What it does? Why does he appear? Why does he appear? What is the purpose of appearance of Krishna in this world? Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha duskritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. You see, paritranaya sadhunam, to the pious people. Paritranaya, to deliver the pious people, to protect the pious people, to protect his devotees, he comes. Second, vinasaya cha duskritam, the person who are duskritna, the person who are miscreant. Okay, vinasaya, to annihilate them. Second word. Third word, dharma sansthapanarthaya, to reestablish the dharma, to reestablish the principle of dharma or religion, he comes. Okay. Sambhavami yuge yuge, millennium after millennium he comes. Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha duskritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Krishna comes for three reasons: to protect the devotee, to destroy the demon, to establish the dharma. What is the benefit of knowing Krishna? What is the benefit of all those things you are telling about you, Krishna? Why you come, when you come? Okay. What is the benefit? Krishna is telling, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tvaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti swarjuna. You see, very nice. Janma karma cha me divyam. Divyam, it is transcendental. What thing is transcendental? Janma, karma, cha me divyam. My janma, my karma, both are divya, transcendental. My body, my birth is transcendental. My activities are transcendental. Evam yoveti tattvata. And one person who knows this fact, tvakta deham punar janma. Tvakta deham, after leaving this body, punar janma naiti. He won't take punar janma. Yesterday we were reading, day before yesterday, what is the greatest fear? To take punarjanma. He is saying, Krishna is saying, one who knows this fact, that my janma and my karma is divyam, tvaktva deham punarjanma. After leaving this body, punarjanma naiti, he won't take punarjanma. Okay? Ma meti swarjuna. So you see, one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and my activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Krishna. Such a thing, just after knowing that the transcendental nature of Krishna, transcendental activity, that his birth is transcendental, his activities are transcendental, just by knowing this fact, one person is not taking birth again in this material world. Okay, that means liberation from this Janma and Mrityu cycle. Just after knowing, just by knowing that Krishna's activity, just by knowing that Krishna's birth is transcendental, Krishna is the transcendental person, we won't take birth again in this material world. Just by knowing. Okay, that is the benefit of knowing about Krishna. Liberation, that is called liberation. Difference between Krishna and us. What is the difference between Krishna and us? Krishna is eternal and remembers everything. But we are eternal, but we forget our past. We are also eternal. Jiva is also part and parcel of Krishna. The Jiva, or the living entity, or the Atma, is also eternal. But we forget our past because we tend to take different material body. See, Krishna appears in the spiritual form. His activity, his body, his birth, everything is transcendental. He comes in original transcendental form. But we appears in temporary body, material body. Okay? We are Anu. We are part and parcel. And Krishna is Vibhu. Vibhu means unlimited. And we are Anu. Part and parcel of Krishna. Okay? So that is the difference between us and Krishna. Krishna appears by his own will. Millennium after millennium, Krishna said. Krishna appears in his own will, by his own will. But we are forced to appear by our karma. Okay? By our karma. Whatever karma we do, we take body according to that. Krishna is the controller of Mahamaya. We are controlled by Mahamaya. Mahamaya is controlling us. We are acting according to Mahamaya in this in the Maya Nagari, in this world. But Krishna is the controller of Maya. Krishna is above the Maya. Okay? That is the thing. Difference between us and Krishna. Remembers all his birth. Krishna remembers all his birth. We forget because our body changes. We forget. We tend to forget. No difference between Krishna and his body and his self. Body is transcendental. Krishna is transcendental. But there is difference between us and our body. Soul acquires an external body, gross and subtle. We have two more bodies. Gross body and subtle body. We'll learn some other day. Okay. Soul acquire an external body. We have external body, gross body and subtle body. That is different. Soul is different. Krishna's body and self is same. Okay. So that was the thing about difference between Krishna and Krishna and the devotees. Okay. How to attain transcendental love for Krishna then? So one is called liberation. Just by knowing about Krishna, we attain liberation. Okay. How to attain transcendental love for Krishna then? Vitiraga bhaya krodha manmaya mamupashitaha bhavaho jnana tapasa puta madbhava magrataha. Being freed from attachment, fear and anger, being fully absorbed in me, taking refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attained transcendental love for me. Okay. So Krishna is giving the example. Okay. Earlier also many people have attained transcendental love of me. Transcendental means spiritual love or anything which is attached to Krishna, that love. Okay. So being free from attachment, fear and anger and being fully absorbed in me, being fully absorbed in Krishna and taking refuge in me, many persons in the past, many people were there. They have also attained the transcendental love because of this purified absorption in me, taking refuge in me, taking shelter of me. Okay, so that is the thing. So transcendental love. So one is called liberation, one is called transcendental love. Okay. Please explain, Prabhuji, exact meaning of these terms. Different same organs. So many questions. If questions are there, so we will be taking the question at the last. Okay. Don't I will now in between the class. We won't be taking questions. Okay. We'll be taking question at the last. If you have any question, keep it with you. We'll be taking at the last. So now we are coming to the second part, that is called applying transcendental knowledge. Okay. Applying the transcendental knowledge. So let's see. So the myths are there, some myths are there. So let's try to understand the myths. Okay. Do all paths lead to same destination? All paths, many different paths are there for spiritual things. Spiritual realization, many different paths are there. Do all paths lead to same destination? Ye yatamam prapaddante tam tathaiva bhajami aham mama vartamanu vartante manushya partha sarvashaha. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Important word is accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respect, O son of Pritha. Okay. So many paths are there. All paths are leading to same destination. Let's see. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. That means Krishna rewards us accordingly. What we want from Krishna, Krishna rewards accordingly. Okay. So many people, you see, they're trying to surrender to Krishna. Okay, many people, they are surrendered to Krishna, fully surrendered to Krishna. So if any person is there who is fully surrendered, 100% surrendered to Krishna, like Prahlad Maharaj, 100% surrendered to Krishna, Krishna is taking care 100% of that devotee. If any person is there who is 50% surrendered to Krishna, Krishna will be taking care 50%. If any person is there who is 25% surrendered to Krishna, Krishna will be taking care of 25%. So Krishna is telling that as all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. So what you want from Krishna, Krishna will give you that. Okay, it is not like that you are following some different path. You have boarded a train for Delhi and you will go to Kolkata. Like that, it won't happen. If you have boarded a train for Kolkata, you will reach Kolkata. Okay, so that is the thing. As all surrender to me, unto me, I reward them accordingly. So whatever level of surrender you have to Krishna, Krishna will reward you accordingly. Okay, so that is the thing. If any person is going away from Krishna, okay, Krishna will tell, okay, let the person go. If any person is approaching Krishna, Krishna will help that person. Okay, so that is the thing. How Krishna reward the person accordingly. What you want from Krishna, that is the dependent thing. What you want from Krishna, Krishna will give you that. Okay. So that was the thing. All path doesn't lead to same destination. Anyone want any different thing, Krishna will reward them accordingly. Okay. So that is the thing. Second thing, all demigods different form of Lord? So many demigods are there. Many people say 84 crores, like something number is there. I do not know that number is correct or not. But so many demigods are there. Okay, so many devatas. Demigods means devatas are there. Are all demigods different form of Lord? Are they all equal? Answer is no. You see, men in this world desire success in fruitive activity, okay, materialistic activity, and therefore they worship the demigods. Okay, therefore they worship the demigods. Okay, men in this world desire success in fruitive activity, and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world. Okay, so you see, men who desire success in fruitive activity, materialistic activity, so many different departments are there. So you see, Lord is there, Krishna is there, different departments he has. Like Indra is there, he will take care of the rain. Okay, Saraswati Ma is there, she will take care of the education department. Lakshmi Ma is there, she will be taking care of the money finance department. Okay, so many departments are there. Okay, so many departments are there, and every department will have different demigods to take care of the department. Okay, and any person is interested in that department activity. Any person who wants to have money, they will try to worship the Lakshmi Devi. But men in this world desire success in fruitive activity. Those who want to do fruitive activity only, and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get result from the fruitive work in this world. So they will get the fruitive results if they worship the demigods. But why demigod worship? But people, why they are worshipping the demigods? Because of strong material desires to fulfill the wants immediately. Strong material desires. Bhagavad Gita is against that person should have strong material desire. That strong material desire means lust. Okay, and lust is the greatest enemy of soul. Krishna tells, lust is the greatest enemy of soul. We should control that lust. Okay, and people worshipping different demigod to satisfy those lust thing. Okay, that's why why demigod worship? Strong material desires. People have strong material desire and they worship demigod to fulfill their material desire. They will go to the temple. Okay, I will give you 500 rupees, fulfill my desire, like that. If you fulfill my desires, I will come back again and I will have my hair saved, like that. Many desires you will find people doing. Okay, business transaction with Lord. Varnashrama system, the third myth. Okay, Varnashrama system. What is the Varnashrama system? So there are 4 Varnas are there. There are 4 ashramas there, 4 Varnas are there. Varna means Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra, 4 Varna. Ashrama means Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas. These are 4 ashrama. So let's see Varna system, about the Varna system. So before starting the Varna system discussion, let's see the sloka, then I'll ask a question. Chaturvarnyam maya system gunakarma vibhagashaha tasya kartaram apimam vidde akartaram avyayam. Okay. Krishna is saying, according to the 3 modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the 4 divisions of human society are created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. My question. We see Varna system, not Varna system, we see caste system in the society. Okay. Are these systems required or not? There should be division in the society. My question, there should be division in the society or not? Yes or no? Or every person should be equal based on the, there should be division in the society or not? Every person, yes, no, equal for the Supreme Personality. We are equal for the Supreme Personality. No division should be there, equality. But then why it is written that division is done by Krishna? It must be based on the quality. Should know their karma. Yes, on the basis of karma, division should be there, but according to the work. Yes. So let's discuss Varna system. Okay. Let's try to understand what is the need for this Varna system. Otherwise, people will be confused, and people are confused. Okay. So what is the need of this Varna system? So let's see why Krishna has made Chatur Varnam Maya system. Maya system. My Srishti. This is made by me. Krishna is saying Chatur Varnam Maya system. This Chatur Varna, 4 Varna are made by me. Gun Karma Vibhagasha, based on the Guna and based on the Karma. Division, Vibhagasha. The division is based on the Guna and Karma, not on birth. That is very important to understand. That the actual Vedic system of division was based on the Guna and Karma, not on the birth. And it is written clearly in Bhagavad Gita that the Guna and Karma, the division is based on the Guna and Karma, not by birth. Okay. So if any person is there who doesn't have any quality of Brahmana, he is just like he is eating, drinking. He is not a Brahmana. His Guna and Karma is like a Shudra. He is a Shudra. Okay. So that is the thing. That is the thing. So if your Guna, if your Karma is like a Shudra, you are Shudra. If your Guna and Karma is like a Brahmana, you are a Brahmana. So the division in the society is based on the Guna and Karma. Okay, let me give you an example to understand this concept more so that you can appreciate why Lord has created the 4 Varnashram system. So let me give you an example. I'm a doctor, so let me give you an example of a doctor. Okay, so there is one hospital. Okay, so the hospital is there, and in the hospital, 2 hospitals actually are there. The first hospital, let me describe first hospital. First hospital, doctors are there, nurses are there, then pharmacists are there to distribute the medicines. Then cashier is there to get the money, to the transfer of money. Sweepers are there to clean the floor and to clean the bed, everything, so that it should be clean, and when new patients come, they will get the new bed. Okay, like that. This type of division is there in first hospital. Second hospital, only doctors are there, nothing else. Only doctors are there. Which hospital do you want to go? First hospital or second hospital? If you were you have any situation like that, which hospital you want? First or second? Why? Why every person wants to go to first hospital? First hospital has many divisions. Many divisions are there based on Guna and Karma. Many divisions are there. Why you want to go first hospital? There are many divisions. The thing is, every person is important. Okay, every person is important. Their work is important. It's not like some work is less, some work is more less important. Some work is, other work is less important. Other work is more important, like that. Okay, it is not like that. So if you see in a hospital, doctors have most of the responsibility. Sweepers have the least responsibility. Okay, Doctors have the most responsibility. You see, Brahmana has most of the responsibility. They should live a pious life so that they can lead the other people by their example. Pure life they should live so that they can put an example to the other peoples. Okay. They are like advisors. Earlier days, they were advisors to the kings so that king take every decision through the Brahmana. Okay, what is correct, what is not correct. Okay, so that is the thing. So that is there. Division is important based on guna and karma. If only one person is there, how can it, only one type of person is there, how can it run the society? So even to run a hospital, we need divisions. For running a full world, don't we need divisions? Yes, we need. And the divisions are based on karma and guna. Okay, the 4 divisions. Everywhere you will find, any society you go, any hospital you go, you will find 4 types of people based on the guna and karma. You will find based on guna and karma, you will find people, 4 types of people. Everywhere you will find. Okay, if you go to a hospital, there will be doctors, nurses. So most of the people, the good minds. Okay, then you will have the finance people also, the cashiers and all. So the vaishya also there. So you will have sweepers also. So Sudra is also there. You have security guard also outside the hospital. That is also important. Every person is important. Okay. So you will find everywhere these 4 types of people. Okay. 4 types of people you will find everywhere. Next example I am giving you. Okay. So what is the meaning of based on the janma? Okay. So one person is saying, I am son of this doctor. Okay. So you should come to me for treatment. He doesn't have any degree. His just qualification is he is the son of that doctor. Okay. So will you go to that person, or you will go to a person who is qualified? Who has the degree, who has properly trained? Which person you will go? The person who is just a son of a doctor, or a person who is actually qualified? Which person? Answers, please. Qualified person or just doctor, son of a doctor? Which one? So every person is saying the same thing. That means there is no confusion in that. Why there is so much confusion in Varna system? People are so confused that division should not be there in society. Yes, division is there, and no one can remove that division. Division is there based on guna and karma. Okay. Even if you go anywhere, you go to the anywhere you go, that 4 people are required. Okay. So that is the thing. So that is the Varna system. Let's move. Wait. Next thing. Didn't Krishna act as? So Krishna is saying that I am above the caste, above all the Varna. Where I am the creator of the Varna. I am above the Varna. But Krishna is still working as 4 things. You see, Krishna in this picture working as a Vaishya. Okay, Vaishya. Then in this picture, Krishna is like a fighter. Okay, so Krishna is acting as Kshatriya. In this picture, Krishna is acting as Shudra. He's a driver to Arjuna, Shudra. And in this picture, he's the friend of a Brahmana. He's like a Brahmana. Okay, so you see, everything Krishna is following. But didn't Krishna act like this? 4 things. So Krishna is which class? Coming under which class? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Okay, which class? So let's see what Krishna's answer. Krishna states, Namam karmani limpanti, name karma phale spriha, iti mam yo abhijanati, karmabdhirna sabadhyate. There is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive reaction of work. Okay, so Krishna is saying there is no work that can affect me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. No work affects me. Why? Everything belongs to me only. I belong to Krishna, my body belongs to Krishna, my house belongs to Krishna, my state belongs to Krishna, my country belongs to Krishna, this earth belongs to Krishna, this whole planetary system belongs to Krishna, every planet belongs to system, full planetary system belongs to Krishna, everything is Krishna's only. Okay, so if Krishna is working, what can Krishna achieve in the return? We work because we get something in the return. What Krishna can get in return? Nothing. That's why no work is there which can affect Krishna. Okay, and I do not aspire for the fruits of action. I do not aspire. Fruits of action, results. What results I can get? Nothing. Everything is mine only. Okay, so Krishna is aloof from the material action and reaction. You see here, Lord is aloof from the material action and reaction. Okay. Now one more important concept is coming. Very important concept: action in inaction. Okay. Karmano hi api bodhavyam cha vikarmanaha aha karmana cha bodhavyam gahana karmano gatihi. The intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Very important word, very important line. Intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, what inaction is. Intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Okay, so we should understand that three concepts: akarma, karma, and vikarma. What are the three concepts? Let's try to understand. Let's first try to understand these two, karma and vikarma. Okay, so karma is there. What is the meaning of karma? Karma is that those type of karma which a person does for himself, but he does according to Shastra. He is not doing against the Shastra, he is doing according to Shastra. That is called the karma. Vikarma, the second word, you see, vikarma. Vikarma means the person is doing for himself only, but he is doing against the Shastra. Okay, against the Shastra, the rules and regulations, against the rules and regulations. Shastra means rules and regulations. Okay, so so if we are doing according to Shastra, then the result is good result, good reaction. That is called punya karma. If we are doing against the Shastra, that result is bad reaction. Okay, or the papa karma. Now, can you tell me in the chat box which type of karma is binding? Karma or vikarma? Which type of karma is binding? So we have the concept of liberation and binding. Okay, so which type of karma is binding? Karma or vikarma? Which type of karma is binding? Karma is binding or vikarma is binding? Yes, few are answering vikarma, few are answering karma. Most of the people are answering both. Actually, the answer is both. Whether punya karma, whether pap karma, both a person is doing for himself. I already told you. The first word was karma. The person is doing for himself. Vikarma also, karma is doing for himself, but one is doing according to Shastra, other is doing against the Shastra. But both are binding, whether punya karma or whether pap karma, both are binding because person is doing for himself. Krishna says work has to be done, but it has to be done as a sacrifice for Vishnu. Otherwise, work will cause bondage. These two work are person is doing for himself, and these two work will cause bondage. Whether punya karma, whether you are doing punya karma, whether you are doing pap karma, both are binding. If you have punya karma, you have good results. To enjoy those good results, you have to take material body because reaction is material. Okay, and if vikarma is there, papa karma is there, you have to suffer those karma. So you have to take material body again to suffer those karma. So you see, karma, vikarma, both are binding. So what thing to do? If both are binding, karma is also binding, vikarma is also binding, what we should do? Now the third karma. Okay, that is called akarma. Akarma means there is no karma. This is not a karma. What is the meaning? Let's understand. For whom we are doing the akarma? All the acts done for Krishna. If you are doing for Krishna, if you are connecting the work with Krishna, means what that work will be called. We have discussed this concept when we started this class. If we are attaching Krishna to any work, what that work can be called as? Transcendental work. Yes, perfect answer. Perfect answer. The transcendental work. Transcendental means anything we are attaching to Krishna. So if you are attaching the karma to Krishna, then that karma is also transcendental. Yes. So akarma means all that done for Krishna. We are not doing for ourselves. We are giving the result to Krishna. If we are doing the work and giving the results to Krishna, that means that work is not material. That work is transcendental. If the work is only transcendental, what will happen to the result? What will happen to the result? Result will be also transcendental. Because work is not material, how can result be material? So if work is transcendental, result is also transcendental. Okay. So that is the thing. Akarma, all that done for Krishna, attitude, no desire for sense gratification. Result is enjoy transcendental happiness. Transcendental happiness, no material attachment. It is transcendental happiness is there. So that is called when we are working for Krishna, when we are working, but giving results to Krishna, when we are working, but we are working as a sacrifice for Krishna, then that work is akarma, and that is the type of work we should do in this world to attain liberation, okay, or the transcendental happiness. Okay, you have understood this concept? 3 words. Okay, let's move forward. 3 types of action: akarma, karma, vikarma. Now the sacrifices part. Sacrifices lead to transcendental knowledge. So we have already discussed sacrifices. What is the aim of sacrifices? To control the senses, to get free from the sinful reactions, happy in this as well as next life, gain transcendental knowledge. Okay, gain transcendental knowledge. Sacrifices, austerity. When we perform austerity, gradually we can control the senses, sinful reaction, free from the sinful reaction, happy in this and next life, gain transcendental knowledge. Cycle of sacrifices we have read in the last chapter. Aim of sacrifices is to attain Krishna. Okay, to suit different types of worker as per Veda. Different types of worker, different types of sacrifices. So that was the sacrifices part. Now we are coming to the process of transcendental knowledge. Transcendental knowledge is knowledge about Krishna. Of now we have learned that transcendental knowledge is very important. Transcendental knowledge, just by knowing about Krishna, we attain liberation. Just by knowing about Krishna, the activities of Krishna, the birth of Krishna, the body of Krishna, everything is transcendental. And just by knowing these things, these concepts, we become liberated. The question comes, how to gain that transcendental knowledge? What is the process of gaining the transcendental knowledge? So let's see this section, process of transcendental knowledge. Very nice sloka. One sloka, it is very nicely described how to attain the transcendental knowledge, how to attain this knowledge of Gita. Okay, so let's see how one can achieve the transcendental knowledge. 4.34. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekashayanti te jnanam jnaninam tattvadarshina. Jnaninam tattvadarshina. Jnani, a person who is a jnani, a person who is learned, a person who knows the who has actual knowledge, tattvadarshina, who has actually seen the truth, tattvadarshina, a jnani who has actually seen the truth, a jnani who is following the teachings of Lord, the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, a jnani who is representing Lord in this material world, a jnani can be called as guru. Okay, that person can be called as a guru. So how can we attain the transcendental knowledge? We can learn from them. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, the jnani. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. These are the 3 steps. What is the steps? Tad vidhi. This is the way. Vidhi. This is the way to acquire the knowledge. What is the way? Pranipatena. First word is pranipatena. Pra means full. Pra means full. Niptena means blank. Become fully blank and surrender to a person who is self-realized, a person who is a jnani, a person who is a learned person, a person who is trying to, who is leading the life by teachings of Bhagavad Gita, a person who is following the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, a person who is following the teachings of Krishna. That person, go and fully surrender to him. Become fully blank to that person. Tad vidhi pranipatena. Become fully blank. First thing is fully surrender. Second thing, pariprashnena. It doesn't mean that you have fully surrendered, you won't ask question. Many people, they will think that, okay, fully blank, we don't have to ask any question. Krishna is saying second word, pariprashnena. Inquire from him submissively. Pariprashnena. Simply, submissively inquire from him. What to inquire? About how we can attain the transcendental knowledge, how we can attain the transcendental love. that we can inquire. Inquire from him submissively. Inquire from him. Ask question from him about your spiritual life. Ask question. Questions are very important. Question can elevate a person. Question comes from a word. The word is quest. Quest, if you search the word meaning in the dictionary, quest means to search for something which is very important. And from that word comes the question. If you ask the correct question to a person who is self-realized, that person can lead, that thing can start your devotional life. Okay, that person can that person can make you progress in your spiritual life. But the thing is, questions you should ask nicely. Okay, if you are going to a self-realized person, you are saying, what do you think about Russia and Ukraine war? What do you think? So that type of question, if you are asking, what you will gain? Person, ask from him how I can attain love from, how I can attain love of Krishna. Okay, what is aim of my life? Those things, spiritual question we should ask. Okay, that is the thing. The question which have some meaning. The question, if you get the answer, that will change your life. That is called the inquire from him submissively. Okay, that is second part. Inquire from him submissively. Then Guru will tell you something. Some instruction will be there, and if you fulfill that instruction, you can attain the love. Okay, so that is the Guru's instruction. Okay, third thing is sevaya. Render service into him. Render service into him. Two types of services are there. Vani services, Vapu services. Vani means whatever Guru says, you have to serve him. Vapu means to serve him directly. Okay, two types of services are there. So sevaya, render service into him. Whatever instruction he is giving, fulfill that instruction, you will attain the love of God. Okay, so that is the thing. Three steps. Pariprashnena, pranipatena, pariprashnena, sevaya. 3 steps. One sloka very nicely described that how we can attain the transcendental knowledge, how we can attain the love of Krishna, how we can attain this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Okay. What is the benefit of this transcendental knowledge received from a Guru? One never falls again into the illusion. When Guru is there, he won't let you fall. One will cross over the ocean of misery. Fire of knowledge will burn all the sinful reaction. Very important. People were asking, can our past karma, sinful karma, can be destroyed? Answer is here. Fire of knowledge will burn all the sinful reaction. If you have knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, this transcendental knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, all your past sinful reaction will vanquish. And this is not the first time Krishna is saying. Many times Krishna will be saying the same thing. A person who takes shelter of Krishna, a person who is following the devotional life, a person who is a pure devotee, all the sinful activity of his past life, Krishna will take care. And Krishna will deliver the person from the sinful activity. Krishna says that. And not one time. Krishna says many times. Even Krishna just mentioned it is 100% true. Krishna is saying again and again, again and again. That means it is 1,000 times true. Okay, just 1,000 times true. Okay, just emotional flow. Okay, so devotional service is the mature fruit, and one who practices will enjoy its sublime and pure truth. Devotional service is a mature fruit. After attaining all the transcendental knowledge, what is the mature fruit? What is the ultimate thing? What is the ultimate thing? So if a plant grows, the result is, ultimate result is the mature fruit. What is the mature fruit of all this transcendental knowledge? The mature fruit is devotional service. Okay, once you attain all the knowledge, you will come to this fact, come to this knowledge that devotional service is the ultimate thing. We have to serve the Lord. Okay, that is the thing. We have to surrender ourselves to the Lord. Devotional service is the ultimate thing, ultimate mature fruit. One who practices will enjoy its sublime and pure truth. Okay, so that is the thing. So, but there will be very unfortunate people who won't be able to understand this knowledge. But there will be very fortunate people also who will be able to understand. So, who can achieve this knowledge and who cannot? So, who can achieve? I already told you, faithful man. A person who has faith in Krishna, they can understand. They can achieve this knowledge. Who is dedicated and controls his senses. So, a faithful man who is dedicated and controls his senses can understand this knowledge. The first requirement is the faith. Okay. Who cannot? Who cannot? Ignorant, faithless, who doubt the revealed scripture, who doubts the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Oh, Krishna is saying that he's control of everything. The bluff. How can a person control everything? Krishna is saying his body is transcendental. Bluff. How can Krishna's body be transcendental? He just looks like a human being only. Huh? He's just like human being only. Faithless person, ignorant person, doubting the revealed scripture, they cannot attain this transcendental knowledge. Okay, so that is the thing. Who can achieve faith? Who cannot achieve? Faithless. Conclusion: one who acts in devotional service, renouncing the fruits of his action. Who acts in devotional service? Who acts in devotional service? Renouncing the fruits of his action and whose doubts have been destroyed by the transcendental knowledge. Okay, so he's acting in devotional service who has renounced the fruits of action and whose doubts has been destroyed by the transcendental knowledge. So those person acts in devotional service. Summary: position of Krishna. Summary: we have known that what is the past of the Gita. Okay, we have known that Krishna's body, Krishna's activity, everything is transcendental. About Krishna, we have known how Krishna is different from us. That thing we have known. Second, applying the transcendental knowledge. 3 myths we have. First thing is, every path won't lead to same destination. How Krishna responds? Krishna responds how you surrender to him. Krishna responds accordingly. Okay. Second thing, why the people worshipping demigods? Strong material desire. Any person who has strong lusty desire, they will worship the demigod to fulfill those material desires. Third thing, Varna system. Okay, so Krishna has made the Varna system 4 divisions. So those myths we have seen. Third thing, third section, sacrifices. So about sacrifices, little bit you have known. Fourth is process of transcendental knowledge. 3 steps are there: pranipatena, pariprasnena, and sevya. Surrender unto a spiritual master, render service into him, and inquire from him submissively, and render service into him. So these 3 are there. So that is the summary for today's class. I'll unmute every person to chant with me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So,
Hare Ram, Ram.
if you have any question, put in the chat box. We'll take the question. Little bit longer we have taken, 10 minutes. I hope you are gaining more and more faith as you are attending the classes. Okay, today is only 4th day. Okay, so I hope that as the classes are going on, as the chapters are going on, you are having more and more faith. Okay, I hope this. One question: how can we attach our work to Krishna? Work for Krishna. How can we attach our work to Krishna? Give the result to Krishna. Okay, give the results to Krishna. That is the way we can attach our work to Krishna. Okay, like I already told you one example. When Prabhupada was there in New York, okay, one devotee was there. And the temple was not having fund. Okay, so the devotee used to work in the office or somewhere. Okay, whole day they will work, and whatever money they will earn, they will come to the temple and they will utilize that money for the temple preaching, for the temple activity. Okay, so those things were doing. So they were working outside, but the results they were giving to Krishna. That is the way. Okay, we are also working, but the results we are giving to Krishna. Okay, so that is the thing. So whatever maybe many persons are there, the results, surrender the results to Krishna. That is the way to attach the work to Krishna. Okay, so whatever work you are doing, attach that work to Krishna. Okay, many students are there, they're studying. Okay, they're reading. Okay, like earlier days, the students used to go to Gurukula and they used to learn. Okay, they used to study. Why they are studying? So that they can later in later life they can there won't be any difficulty in earning money, and there won't be any difficulty for any food, shelter, those things, and devotee can perform devotional services very nicely. Okay, that way the students can have that I am studying because after that I will earn. Okay, I will earn and I won't have any difficulty of food, shelter, and I can actually give some money for Krishna's service also. Okay, that way you can think, and you can study, and that way every person can be surrendered, every work can be surrendered to Krishna. Okay. One question, Sneha Mataji asking why we shouldn't follow other sampradaya. Who told? Who told we cannot surrender to, we cannot follow other sampradaya? We can follow. 4 sampradayas there, any sampradaya you can follow. Okay, there is nothing that we should follow this sampradaya, we should not follow this sampradaya. We can follow any sampradaya. All 4 sampradayas are bona fide. As Radha and Krishna are the same, is Radha and Sita. As Ram and Krishna are the same, is Radha and Sita are the same souls. Soul means the same only. Okay. Prabhuji, is the number of soul are increasing, or they are fixed number, just changing the body? Yes, fixed number, they're changing the body. Yati Prabhuji has asked, the number of souls are increasing, or they are fixed number, just changing the body? They are fixed in number. The next question people ask, then why the population is increasing? Yes, this is the question people ask. If the number of souls are fixed, then why the population is increasing? So the answer is, we think in very limited terms, and that limited term we see in only the population of human being. There are so many lions, so many tigers, so many animals, other animals are there, so many bacteria are there, so many ants are there, all are having soul. And not in this earth, there are souls in different planets. So many planets are there, so many things are there. Okay, spiritual planets, material planet, everywhere, so many souls are there. We are only measuring the souls which are human beings. Okay, on that too only on earth. That's why we cannot, that is inconceivable. Okay. Srijay Prabhuji is asking, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, in last part, controlling his senses is renunciation and action is greater than renunciation, then what we should do? Controlling his senses is renunciation and action is greater than renunciation, then what we should do? I didn't get your question, Prabhuji. Can you reframe the question, or you can raise the hand? We'll take your question. After all this question is over, I'll take your question. You just raise your hand. Controlling his senses is renunciation and action is greater than renunciation, then what we should do? I'm not getting your question, so we'll take question later. Here Prabhuji is asking, here Prabhu, if we meet any person in this life, example, family, friends, enemy, is it due to past karma or God choose for us? Okay, so everything is due to our past karma. Okay, if you're meeting any person, we have some karma exchange with that person maybe. Okay, so that's why we are interaction with that person. We are giving some pain to that person. We are giving some pleasure to that person due to karma. Okay, interaction. So next, do the Krishna has body like us, or it is totally different from us? I just know that any function can Krishna do with any organ, like he can eat or eat by ear also. Yes, any organ Krishna can do any function. Krishna is Purna. Okay, if you read Ishopnishad, first sloka, the invocation sloka, Purna Midam. Krishna is the Purna in himself. Okay, it's like full Purna is there. Anything is coming from Krishna, still Krishna is Purna. Krishna is full. If any portion is cut from Krishna, still Krishna is Purna. Okay, like a sea is there. One part, one drop of water, if you remove, unlimited. Sea is still unlimited. Okay, like that. And Krishna's even every senses are Purna. Every body part is Purna. Okay, so that is the thing. Anything Krishna can do from any organ. Krishna's body is not like our material body. Krishna can eat by seeing. Okay, Krishna's deities are there in our home. So if you are offering food, it is not like that Krishna will eat through mouth only. Krishna can eat through eyes also. Okay, so that is the thing. Sorry, Mataji is asking. We all are soul. Then who is the supreme father of our soul? Krishna will be telling. Okay, Krishna will be telling, Aham Bija Pradhapita. I am the father. Bij Pradhapita. I am the seed giving father. Krishna tells, I am the seed giving father. Okay. Sunil Prabhuji is asking, Jai Shri Krishna Prabhuji, I need some medical advice for my father-in-law having esophageal cancer. Since you are medical karma, can I speak with you after class? Esophageal cancer, actually, I am, you can ask, but my speciality is totally different. I'm not about the cancer and all. I do not have my specialty. So, okay, but you can speak, no problem there. Prabhuji, yesterday you told Radharani controls Krishna. How can Radharani control the Supreme Godhead? That is the thing. That is the thing that Radharani can control Krishna. Krishna is like Madan Mohan. It is described that Krishna is Madan Mohan. Madan Mohan Kamdev. Even Kamdev can be attracted to Krishna. Okay, such a Madan Mohan Krishna is there. But Radharani is called Madan Mohan Mohini. Such a means nice explanation is there that Krishna is Madan Mohan, but Radharani is Madan Mohan Mohini. Okay, Radharani can control Krishna. So how many souls are there in total? So many souls are there. We cannot calculate. It is not like how we can calculate. Okay. Next, let's Sneha Mataji is asking. If we follow Sri Lakshmi Sampradaya, then we have Om Namo Narayana, which leads the person to Vaikuntha. Then it is said like which is not eternal. No, Vaikuntha is also in the spiritual world. Okay, Vaikuntha, Goloka, everything is in the spiritual world. Okay, so Vaikuntha is also in the spiritual world. Sri Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Kumar Sampradaya, any one Sampradaya you follow, but that person should be authentic. That person should be in the Parampara system. Okay, that person should actually be in the Parampara. Okay, so that is the thing. Such a nice Sampradaya we have. Ramanujacharya, such a nice devotee of Lord, such a nice devotee. So if you read the stories of those the devotee, you will see how much work they have done, how much they are working for Krishna, how much knowledgeable those persons were, and they have established the Vaishnavism in the whole India. Vaishnavism. These 4 sampradayas are for Vaishnava sampradaya. Okay, Vaishnavism in whole India. Any sampradaya you can follow. Rupa Goswami used to spend 50% of income on spirituality, 50% for family, 25% for emergency. Should this the akarma and we should follow? Yes, this is what Prabhupada says, that we should be doing like 50% for the Krishna consciousness, 25% for family, 25% for emergency. Many persons cannot do that, and they will say, no, I cannot do that, I cannot do. Okay, not 50%, you can give 25%. Okay. So many person cannot give 25%. Okay, give 12%, but something you give 12%, then you may give, if the person 12% is not agreeable, 5%, okay, you give 5%. Okay, 5% is too much for me. Give 1%, at least give something. Okay, give something. Otherwise, this material attachment, attachment to the money, very dangerous, very dangerous. Give your some part of money to the service of Krishna. Okay. We should follow. If we are able to do, we follow. I have seen many people who are following this concept. Okay. If Krishna is the supreme, then why do we have so many demigods? Material desires. I already told you, material desires. Krishna already told, not me. Krishna is telling, person who has strong material desires will follow the demigods. What is their purpose? Purpose is to run the material world. So if material world they are running, they have so many benedictions also, and they fulfill the desires if person approaches them. And also what we should pray to demigods as a Krishna devotee. Pray to the demigods Make us Krishna's devotee like yourself. Like you are Krishna's devotee, make us Krishna's devotee too. Okay, that is the thing we should want. That is the spiritual desires we should have. Only spiritual desire. Make us servant of Krishna. Okay, help me in becoming Krishna's servant. Next, Yati Kumar Prabhuji is asking, does intention matter while worshipping demigods? If someone who worships demigod for having easy approach to Krishna, yes, that is correct. Approach, like they are also like Vaishnava. We approach Guru because they are Vaishnava, they can show us correct way. We can approach demigods also. And we can ask, actually, we should approach a living Guru only, but we can, if we are approaching any demigods, ask them, give me shelter of Krishna. Okay, you are in shelter of Krishna. Give us also the shelter of Krishna. Help us to become a devotee of Krishna. Okay. Champavati Mataji, Prabhuji, does our Atma remembers every birth and action? No, we doesn't remember. Krishna is Apohanam. I already told you. Krishna is giving the forgetfulness. But in every religion, it is said that Supreme Father is the point of light. That is the impersonal concept. We have already discussed the phases of realization of Lord. Supreme Father is a point of light. That means like a Brahman effulgence. Second level, after that comes the person who meditate on the Supreme Person. They have the higher stage of realization, that they meditate in the Supreme Person who is inside the Lord. And the greatest is the person who is in the devotional service. Who is in devotional service, who know that every light, point of light is coming from Krishna. Okay. Supreme Father is a person, and that which we are worshipping is coming from Krishna. Okay. So that is the thing. Radharani Madan Mohan Mohini. Yes. How can I concentrate my mind on study? Okay. That is the thing. Don't deviate your mind. So many deviations are there. So control those things. From those things, try to chant. Okay. That will increase your purity in your mind. And when purity increases, we can concentrate our mind in productive things. Okay. When my mind is only polluted, concentration very difficult. We cannot concentrate. Polluted mind, we cannot do anything. Okay. Our mind should be pure. Our activities should be pure. Then we can concentrate. Okay. Chant, make your life pure, make your mind pure, make your everything pure. Okay. Then concentration will be there. Prabhuji, Yati Kumar Prabhuji. Prabhuji, after leaving our body, do we realize all our birth? No, we don't realize. Okay. In Satyuga and Kali Yuga, in which form did Krishna appear? Like in Treta Yuga, he acted as Lord Ram. Okay. So Kali Yuga, Krishna will be taking form in the Kali Avatar. Okay. Described in Shastra that in some part of the Nepal, his name is also mentioned, his father name is also mentioned. So he will take birth from him, and that will be his Kalki Avatar. Okay. And the very, I think, last side of Kali Yuga, when Kali Yuga is having 5,000 or 500 years like that left, that time Kalki Avatar will come. And in Satyuga, Varahadev were there. So many avatars there in the Satyuga. Okay. Prabhuji, I use tobacco. Can I quit it? So if you can quit, you can quit. But first, chant. Spiritual strength is important for quitting is. Okay. You will know that these things. So I have seen many people. I have seen personally many people. Tobacco, cigarette, alcohol, non-vegetarian food, everything they have left. I have been taking classes for, I think, more 1 year, around 1 year. Okay. I have met many people who have personally told me that I have left all those things. Okay. So you can leave, but thing is, first you should chant. The spiritual strength is very important to leave these undesirable things. Okay. The thing which is not important for Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna Mahamantra increases concentration in studies and avoid diversion of thoughts towards unwanted things. This way helps in study. Yes, Mahamantra brings Krishna in our life. Mahamantra brings purity in our life. And when purity is there, we can concentrate. Is it true, Prabhuji, that Draupadi told Duryodhana that he is blind son of blind person, or is it a myth? I do not know. I have not read the Mahabharata part, so I cannot tell about this. Yes, Prabhuji. Why Then Prabhuji, why should we please to Krishna? We should please to Radharani. She is so sweet and innocent. She will sure free from us from the cycle of rebirth. For that, we should know who is Radharani, what is the tattva of Radharani. First, we should know Krishna. Then Radharani we can understand. Mood of Radharani, very difficult to understand. If we try to read the story of Radharani with this contaminated mood, we will do more anartha than the progression in the spiritual life. Very difficult to understand. That's why first try to understand little bit about Krishna, then start studying the Gita, the mood of what is the mood, then start studying the Bhagavatam. Okay, in Bhagavatam you will learn. Okay, then Chaitanya Charitamrita, what is the mood of Radharani? In Chaitanya Charitamrita is written. A person who reads Chaitanya Charitamrita in first go, they won't understand, and they will invite more, they won't understand. The thing is that, okay, so the thing is Radharani is very difficult to understand. We are having contaminated material senses, contaminated. If we read those things, that will lead to our degradation only. So first thing is, first understand the mood. With devotion only we can understand the pastime with Radharani. And this contaminated senses, no devotion is there. How can we understand? Okay, so that is the thing. Your logic is good that we should please to Radharani, but first we should understand the mood. Okay, Prabhuji, sorry Mataji asking, Prabhuji, in our daily life, in some or other way, play the roles of different varna, same as Krishna. We play different varna. Okay, so yes, we play due to our karma. When we are in some mode, we play like that. Okay. Didn't getting the meaning. Impersonal description of absolute truth in the Vedas is given to nullify the mundane conception of the absolute truth from the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. The impersonal description of the absolute truth in the Vedas, the impersonal description of absolute truth in the Vedas is given to nullify the mundane conception of the absolute whole. Yes, that is correct. So like mundane conception of absolute whole. So some people, they will think no Lord is there in this world. Okay, like there is progression of the teachings of this Vaishnava teachings. Okay, first came Lord Buddha, incarnation of Lord only. But what was his teachings? Lord Buddha taught no Lord, no Vedas, nothing. Just follow the ahimsa, purification of your life. Just purify your life. First teaching. Okay, Lord Buddha, he said no Lord is there, nothing is there. There is nothing called Lord. Okay, ahimsa paramo dharma, ahimsa paramo dharma, and whole world followed that. Okay, with such nice attitude, Lord came in the form of Lord Buddha. He said, ahimsa paramo dharma, you should follow the ahimsa. Every person, full world started following. Then comes the Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya said, okay, now person has understood that ahimsa paramo dharma. Next teaching, we are soul, we are not this body. And there is supreme soul, okay, and that soul is like impersonal. So Shankaracharya teaching is impersonal description of absolute truth, the basic level, impersonal teachings. Okay, so that is the thing. The impersonal description of absolute truth in the Vedas is given to nullify the mundane conception of absolute whole. They're thinking absolute whole doesn't have any conception, mundane conception. So Shankaracharya came and given the impersonal description. That is, Lord is different, we are different, and Lord is impersonal Brahman. Okay, like that. Next teaching came, like next teaching came of when the Shankaracharya, when the this Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, these teachings, these people came. Okay, they given the knowledge that we are different, Lord is different, Lord has a personal form, and we have something called devotional service. Ramanujacharya, that is Shankaracharya, no devotional service. Then Buddha, no conception of the body, no conception of the soul. Okay, just we are this body, we have to follow ahimsa. So many different levels. Lord has come in different ways and to to convince the people, okay, like that. So this is the meaning, that absolute truth. Shankaracharya gave that impersonal Brahman form just to nullify the mundane conception of absolute truth. Who are the four Kumaras in Kumar Sampradaya? They are four Putra of Brahma, son of Brahma. Okay, Prabhuji, as we all know that Lord Krishna and Radharani got separated for 100 years, as Krishna is saying that we should not get attached to a particular person or any concept for this separation. That is what I'm telling. I'm not the perfect person to give you the description of Radharani. Okay, I'm not the qualified person. Okay, Radharani's mood, Radharani's Krishna's pastime, very difficult to understand for a person who has contaminated senses. I have contaminated senses. Any person who have contaminated senses, they don't understand. Okay, so I am not the perfect person to give you the answer. Okay, maybe sometime Namanishdas Prabhu will be there. You can ask him. Okay, these question can be given by the person who doesn't have contaminated senses, who can understand the teachings. Okay, so that is the thing. What is impersonal mean, Prabhuji? Effulgence will have impersonal. So I think you have already attended the 12th session. So Arjuna's question was, which is better, impersonal or personal? There I described what is the impersonal meaning. Okay, so impersonal and personal will come when we discuss 12th chapter. Okay, impersonal means means not a personal form, like light form, like that. Prabhuji, how can a human being take the form of an animal in next birth? I mean to say that if a person gets birth according to the karma, then for example, if a person has stolen something, he performed a wrong deed. So in the next birth, he might take birth as human who is handicapped. Maybe, but for taking birth of a human, he must have good karma. Okay, maybe he can become a handicap dog. Maybe, okay. But for taking birth as a human being, he must have certain good karma. Okay, if you have only wrong karma only, how can he become a human being? He will go to the lower species. Okay, so many species are there. So many species are there, and Krishna will give you the most suitable species as per your desires. Okay, how we'll discuss in 8th chapter how we get next body. But how come the soul of human turn into that of an animal? Will the next life will discuss on 8th chapter. Okay, Radharani's tattva is hidden in scripture. That's why, yes, Radharani tattva is not elaborated. Okay, so we don't have to try to understand it now. Read the scripture Garg Sanhita, very best scripture for Radharani. I'm trying to understand it at Priya. Very difficult. Okay, first we should understand the tattva of Krishna, then only we can understand the tattva. Otherwise, we go for understanding the tattva of Radharani, and we are thinking in other way only. Okay, so that is the way. First, understand Bhagavad Gita. First, understand Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. At least spend so many years in learning these concepts. Okay, learning the tattva under guidance of certain guru. Even once one person has asked Prabhupada, can you describe Radharani and Krishna Ras Leela? He wanted to hear from Prabhupada Ras Leela of Krishna. Prabhupada says, I am not the qualified person. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, that is so difficult it is to understand the tattva. Okay, these are not material thing like we think. We see any boy and girl. That way, if we try to understand Krishna and Radha, devotional life is that only lost. Okay, we won't be able to understand. First, we should understand. So just now we are understanding the tattva of little bit about Krishna. What is the nature of Krishna? What is the effect of knowing Krishna? What is the effect of reading the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam? Okay, these things we are understanding. So basic level we are understanding. People are trying to jump to Radharani. No way. Don't try. Okay. The way Krishna has been explained in this scripture, I mean to say, his form, is it the same? So it is that scriptures do not tell lie. Okay, it is not like that scripture saying that Krishna is like that and Krishna is not like that. Okay, scriptures do not lie. Scriptures has been written by so much learned person. Veda Vyasa. Every Vedas he has written. Not a single defect is there. Such a nice, such a learned person. Learned person has written. We cannot find those type of learned person in these days. Such a learned person in that day. Veda Vyasa. Okay. Reincarnation of Krishna. Yes, it was literary incarnation of Krishna. The way Krishna has been explained in scripture. Yes. So one more question. It is to be said that Krishna does not give you bhakti easily, but Radharani or Srila Prabhupada reaches us to Krishna easily. Our Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is extremely merciful. He distributed devotional love to each one, irrespective of their karma. Hence, we should pray directly Krishna or Radharani or Gurudev or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Prabhuji. First, we should learn the tattva of Krishna. Then we can understand what are Krishna's devotee. So, if we don't have the tattva of Krishna, okay, if we don't understand that Krishna is the supreme, what his devotees are doing, how can we understand? Okay, the thing is, first we understand what his teachings, what Krishna's teachings are, what Krishna's tattva is, okay, who Krishna is. Then we can understand what his devotees did, who is Radharani. Without understanding Krishna, very difficult to understand Radharani, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, any. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hand is raised from a very
Sorry,
long.
Mataji, again asking where do we go after that? Again, I am telling 8th chapter. Okay. Yes, one hand raise will be taking. Srijay Prabhuji, you can unmute. Already too late. Hare Krishna, Srijay Prabhu, please ask your question. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, your voice is not audible. Okay. Your voice not audible, Prabhu. Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay. No question, I think then. I will take it as no question. Okay. We'll meet tomorrow. Chapter number 5th. Karma Sannyas Yoga. Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. I'll unmute every person.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna devotees.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna
Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu bhavevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namah.